Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David.
What's up, guys?
I don't know what else to say for this intro, except this reminds me of the movie that I watched last night, like late last night.
What's that?
So, have you ever heard of a movie called Tusk?
No, can't say that I have.
Okay, I'm going to spoil the entire movie for you, but you're still probably going to want to watch it because the premise is just insane. The only reason that doing this podcast reminds me of the movie is because in the movie, the main character is a podcaster. He's got a podcast with his friend. The friend stays, in their local hometown because he doesn't like to fly or anywhere. And the main host goes and flies places and interviews interesting people.
Okay. And
kind of brings the interview back to his friend secondhand. He doesn't record anything. He just writes stuff down and they kind of go through the interview that way.
Okay.
So, he ends up in Canada. His original interview is bust. But he's in this bar and he finds this weird note from an old man who says he's got adventures to share with somebody. So he goes and meets this old dude. The old guy knocks him out, and it turns out that he's got this obsession with walruses. There's this whole freaking story about a walrus that he tells. And he literally surgically turns this dude from a human into a walrus. Cuts out his tongue, puts pieces of his body in places that they shouldn't be. He cuts off the bottom part of his leg and uses the bones as the walrus teeth. It was legitimately one of the creepiest things I've seen in a while.
Sounds like a creepy AF thing.
It's not the scariest movie in the world. It's supposed to be a horror comedy, but I didn't find really any of it funny. It was just very
weird,
disturbing.
So my question to you, what do you think the viewers are going to think listening to you explain this and wondering, just like I'm wondering, how in the blessed heck did you connect those two just now?
Just the podcaster thing. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I had.
Okay. Hey, Google, note to self. Defriend Ben ASAP.
It's okay. I'll make you watch it when I'm up there. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Wow.
If you couldn't tell, we're doing another regular episode. There's nothing special about this one, but obviously we had to start it off weird this time for some reason. So, yeah. We've got a lot of tech and entertainment stories. We're going to talk about the last couple episodes of Hawkeye. And then we've actually got quite a few new trailers that we're going to take a look at. So it's going to be fun. Anyway, first article for this this episode. Microsoft is apparently rolling out a revamped Notepad app to Windows 11 insiders. And it says it's getting dark mode and an updated look. And apparently multiple steps of undo and redo, which you can't do right now. Not that anybody's using Notepad for serious text editing anyway, but, when I use Notepad, it's more like a scratch pad of stuff that I need that second, and then I'm never going to look at again. That's basically it. If I'm doing serious word processing or whatever, I got Word. There's no point in not using that.
No, there really isn't.
So
I like
but
Notepad.
It's cool.
It's fun. It's cool. It's useful. But like you said, I've relegated it to something that just quick, dirty, easy.
Yeah,
that's it. It doesn't have to look good. It just needs to get me from point A to point B, done, finished. I got what I needed done. It's easy to copy paste stuff in, out. If you need to do something for that, okay, fine. It's just like I have and it's just the world's most generic, kind of like a Post-it note type app on my phone. I just use that for quick and dirty notes if I need it.
I don't even know. I've got one of those too.
I don't even know what it's called, to be honest. Color Note, I think, is what they call it.
Mine is Simple Notepad. That's it. That's what it's called. And it literally saves it as TXT file, so it's basically just Notepad on my phone.
Okay. I don't know what that one saves it is, but
the only reason I know is because I had to switch over to this phone, and it backs it up in Google Drive. Anyway,
gotcha.
So yeah, if you're a fan of Notepad and you've got Windows 11 for some reason, don't know why you would have that yet, but anyway, if you do, then you might see this coming to your computer soon. The only thing that I find interesting about this is the dark mode. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. Go for it.
I would definitely turn that on if that was it.
Yes,
if that was in here, but
it's not. You know what else needs dark mode? Task Manager.
Oh yeah, I don't understand why they haven't released a dark mode for Task Manager yet. There's no reason not to.
Because they're Microsoft and they're slow and
yeah, this is true.
Whatever. All right, on to the next. So back at it again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Oh boy. I wish they'd stop trying at this point. Google is releasing a tablet-focused, I'd call it mid-launch update. It's Android 12L, so it's not anything new, but it's kind of a new thing. They're going to give it hopefully better features that are meant for tablets and larger screen devices, so foldable phones, things like that. Not that there's too many of those out there just yet, but hey, maybe it'll work. Honestly, they just need to make... Apple did it. All you got to do is make a tablet version of your operating system without screwing it up. You'd think it'd be easy. But they haven't done it yet, and I don't know if they're going to... I don't know if they're honestly going to get it.
See, I think they're sticking... Their problem is they're sticking too close to Android as a phone operating system. If you want to successfully release a tablet operating system, you need to make it Android tablet OS 1 or something like that.
Yep.
And then keep going on that. Obviously, it's going to be built on phone Android because iPad OS is still a relative of iOS. It's just got extra features for the iPad built onto it.
Yes.
That's what this needs to be.
That's what it needs to be.
It doesn't need to have all the features mixed in with a regular Android release that you can run on a phone.
No. You can
this
can
needs
separate
to be its own thing.
You can separate it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny to me, right now it's available for the Pixel 3, 4, 5A, the 4 and the 5, and then it will be coming
not even the 6, mind you.
Not yet, but it will be coming there eventually, I suppose. Why does it need to be on those phones? Like,
I don't know.
And that just makes it feel like to me that it's not going to go over well. If we're putting it on these devices, which clearly are not the target segment for what this is supposed to be intended for, how good can this possibly be in the long run? Those are not the devices you need to be testing this on. And if that's what you're doing and that's what you're going to validate for, then clearly it is missing features that it should probably have. I don't have anything else to say. This is just stupid.
I don't understand. I mean, it's good to have competition in the tablet space, but like realistically, if you're getting a tablet and you want a good tablet,
you get an iPad.
At this point, it's got to be an iPad.
You get an iPad. Even I, as high horse as I am about being PO'd at Apple 99% of the time, for a good reason, even I will admit the superiority of the iPad mini or the iPad versus any other possible Android tablet of the day.
Yeah.
And it has not changed since that day. I'm talking the original iPad mini, guys. Was superior in every way. I praised that thing and continued to use Android on my phone because I can't stand iOS. But for an iPad, it worked.
Yeah.
I couldn't complain.
If you want a tablet, you get an Apple tablet. That's just what it is right now. And I mean, that's what they're trying to change, but they're just we're saying they're going about it the wrong way.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Just like they've done many times in the past.
Yep. All right. Now we're back from praising Apple to to putting them in hot water again.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, Apple CEO Tim Cook engineered a secret $275 billion deal with China. Today, the information published a lengthy report detailing Apple CEO Tim Cook's efforts to establish strong relationships between Apple and the Chinese government officials and agencies, citing both interviews and direct access to internal Apple documents about repeated visits by Cook to China in the mid-2010s. The report describes a $275 billion deal whereby Apple committed to investing heavily in technology infrastructure and training in the country. The non-binding 5-year deal was signed by Cook during a 2016 visit, and it was made partially to mitigate or prevent regulatory action by Chinese government that would have significant negative effects on Apple's operations and business in the company, aka they wouldn't be able to use their factories anymore and pump out iPhones for $15 and then sell them for $1,000. Anyway. They included a pledge to help Chinese manufacturers develop, quote, the most advanced manufacturing technologies, end quote, and, quote, support the training of high-quality Chinese talent, end quote. In addition, Apple promised to use more components from Chinese suppliers in its devices, sign deals with Chinese software firms, collaborate on technology with Chinese universities, and directly invest in Chinese tech companies. Apple promised to invest many billions of dollars more than what the company was already spending annually in China. Some of that money would go towards building new retail stores, research and development centers, and renewable energy projects. The agreement said. What more is there to say?
Well, there is the old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah.
That very well may have been the tactic in this case. I mean, the last thing that I want to do is operate a business in China that has the potential to end up being basically overrun by the Chinese government.
True.
So if I can take steps to mitigate and or eliminate those concerns, I don't know if better security is really going to happen in this case. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But if it keeps my business intact at the end, okay, I guess. I mean, I don't have a problem with it as long as it's not stuff that, you know, like there's things that have happened in the past, trade secrets, government secrets, military secrets, things like that that have been willingly given to China, and that has caused a lot more problems than it probably was worth in the end. I don't really see any of that going on here. I mean, this is Apple helping another country, fine. I don't know what the implications are going to be, though. That's
I think the implication is they're giving $275 to a foreign country when they could be investing that money in their home country.
They could be.
You know?
They could be. My counterpoint to that would be do what you want, but then don't go asking for subsidies or handouts either.
Yeah, but like, see, that's the thing, though.
You did this on your own fruition.
To.
I'm okay with that. This is a business doing what they want, and as long as it's not breaking anything...
laws.
Yes, exactly. Okay, fine, but then just don't ask the taxpayer for a handout.
Yeah, well, you know, that's not how it works here in America there, David.
No, I'm talking
We
about...
let them hand the money that we give them directly over to everybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. Before we
enough
poison
about how terrible capitalism is. Oh boy.
I love how you said that. That goes full and well into what I was going to say. So, for you, those of you who don't know, we send a doc back and forth to each other, and we collect our articles that we want to discuss. And sometimes I will just use the clever, mischievous shenanigans of my own title, and then sometimes I'll just use what they used in the article. Well, this time around, I ended up calling it "Will Apple Get Away with Capitalism?" Which is hilarious because we're talking about the lovely third-party payment shenanigan that was supposed to have been settled during the Fortnite debacle, but Apple, which in their own right has the right to do, has served an appeal after another appeal after another appeal and other injunctions to keep themselves from having to open up their lovely, coveted Apple Pay system to third-party developers and let them do their own stuff. They want that sweet, sweet cheddar that comes from having their own payment system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody decided that they were going to let Apple continue to do it yet again. They were supposed to have it set by December 9th, and now they're going to allow them to hold off yet again. The inevitable that should have happened, but now is looking less and less likely to happen. The one and only good thing to come out of that lawsuit. Well, Apple just keep doing it. So they're not being forced to offer third-party payment systems yet.
Not until the appeal process has been gone through about a bajillion times.
Here's some quotes out of it. Apple has demonstrated at minimum that the appeal raises serious questions on the merit of the district court's determination that Epic Games failed to show Apple's conduct violated any antitrust laws, but did show that the same conduct violated California's unfair competition law. Apple has also made a sufficient showing of irreparable harm, and that the remaining factors weighing in favor of staying this injunction and maintaining the status quo pending appeal. Therefore, we grant Apple's motion to stay what I think was
It's
fair.
irreparable harm, David. Irreparable harm.
Oh, yes, because
almost nobody knows about or cares about.
It was going to cost them so much hassle by letting the other guys figure it out. You don't have to do anything. You've blocked this. If anything, it should save you more time and trouble. Because now you don't have to work so hard to block it. Let the third-party idiots figure it out. It's their problem at that point. If they want to offer something else, great. Let them do it. It's their apps. It's their back end. Let them do it.
I mean, realistically, more than likely, there's still going to be like 99% of the apps are still going to use the Apple Pay system.
Yes,
it's easier.
It's easier.
Here's the thing, right? Nobody's going to want to open up an app and then have to put in their card details to buy something in that app. More than likely.
More than likely, no. And we're not saying that Apple can't have their preferred Apple Pay method of payment. We're just saying that it shouldn't be the only way.
Right.
And it is the only way, because they won't even let you mention another way to do it. Like, you can't even say, go to this website, create an account, sign in using blah, 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 and pay here. You can't say that, period. End of discussion. I hate them sometimes.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
But
All
somebody will
right.
defend it.
Yeah, of course they will. Nobody's going to defend this next thing, though. Because
Mm.
it's a little bit of late news because the Game Awards are kind of over now, but Activision Blizzard will not be a part of this year's Game Awards show after, all of their crap with that lawsuit. Finally, I sincerely don't understand how this was even like a thing. Like, after all that came out, they should have just been banned from everything. Need to be banned from E3, banned from Game Awards, need to be banned from any other convention that they could possibly or award show that they could possibly show their face at until their issues have been resolved. I mean, am I wrong?
No, because until they get their crap figured out, and the crap that we're referencing, people, is almost undeniable accusations of tons and tons and tons of harassment, including
Mm-hmm.
physical, sexual, and mental, all at
Mm-hmm.
the workplace by their CEO.
I don't remember which episode it is. If I can remember which episode it is, and I remember to actually do this, I'll link it down in the description of the podcast.
He won't.
I probably won't.
That guy just needs to be out. Period. End of
Yeah.
discussion.
That whole company needs to. It has to have a reshuffle of just everything, like for real.
Burn it down to the stilts and rebuild
Mm-hmm.
at this
No
point.
kidding. Hell, the stilts might not even be good enough at this point.
Just level it. Just take a couple of bulldozers to the corporate headquarters. It'll be fine.
That's right. All right, let's talk about our last story we've got here. What'd you bring?
Oh, so it's rumored, nothing's official yet, but it might be something that we might be interested in. I don't remember how into. I thought you liked it a lot. You were pretty into your smartwatch, were you not? When you had one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looked really good at the time, and I'm kind of excited if this actually pans out. There's rumors to be a new Google Pixel Watch. Clearly,
Okay.
me and him got the Pixel 6, so why would we not be interested in this? And it's supposedly going to look similar to the original 2015 Moto 360, which I have to admit looked really good. The only reason why I didn't pick it up is because it did not work. It was pretty mediocre.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the case with a lot of Android wearables. They either have poor battery life, poor performance, or both. There's not very many good ones out there, so I'm really hoping that we can get a good one, because I want one. I just don't want to deal with the hassle of this nonsense, and if it's going to die halfway through my day, or it's just going to be non-functional, then why have the thing on my wrist?
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if I'm gonna like this at all or not. I haven't worn a smartwatch in a while. I don't even know if I still have my smartwatch that I used to have.
What made you stop?
I think I just stopped wearing a watch and really feel like, yeah, because I was still working at Lowe's at the time, and I didn't want to like break it on something. So
It's one of the reasons why I didn't wear one for the longest time. But now that
mhm.
I'm in a spot that it shouldn't be a problem, I'd be willing to give it a go if it was the right device. It's gonna have to be the right device, though. Just like I was not willing to give any shot to any portable Pixel Bud or Apple AirPods or any Bud-like device, because I knew they were all going to be crap. And the only reason why the Pixel Buds got a shot was because they were free, and why not? And I turned out to really like them, so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. Still love those things. Ugh, it's amazing.
They're great. They've grown on me a lot. I did have to switch out the ear tips like you did though for smaller ones.
Did you have to go for smaller ones?
Yeah, the bigger ones or the medium ones, whatever the ones they have on there for at default were They were almost there, but after a while, I could really feel them
Mm-hmm.
in my ear. It wasn't like a pleasant feeling or anything. So
No, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was getting achy.
yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's move on to our discussion for the week. We're gonna talk about episodes 3 and 4 of Hawkeye. So, without further ado, let's do it. Episode 3, Echoes. Lopez interrogates Barton and Bishop about Ronan, who killed her father in the past. Barton manages to free himself and fend off the tracksuit mafia, though Lopez breaks his hearing aid in the process. Excuse me. After Bishop is freed, the pair escape the tracksuit mafia and get Barton's hearing aid fixed. Moving to another location, Lopez's Lieutenant Kazi advises her not to get in trouble with her uncle, intending to learn more about the tracksuit mafia as well as Duquesne. Bishop convinces Barton to infiltrate Eleanor's penthouse and use her company account to look up Bishop Security's criminal database. However, Bishop is locked out of the system while attempting to bypass security, while Barton encounters Duquesne, who threatens him with Ronan's sword.
That ending right there, I was like, whoa, things are about to get interesting.
I really enjoyed this episode, not just because of the action. I think my favorite moment during this episode, which they don't mention in this little description here, or summary, is when Hawkeye's hearing aid is still broken and he gets a call from his son. And she's got to, quickly write down what he's saying so he can respond. It was just a very heartwarming sort of character interaction between the two because you could really tell that they were kind of connecting there.
Yep.
It was nice. I really enjoyed that one.
I agree a lot. It was a good scene. It really gave a good glimpse into his love for his family. It gave a good glimpse into the relationship that Bishop and Hawkeye are building, and it was pretty solid all around.
So, what would you give this episode out of 5 trick arrows?
That whole thing was pretty fun.
Yes.
3.75 to a 4, somewhere in there.
I think I'd give it a 4. It was pretty good, especially the part that I mentioned. This whole episode had some very nice little character moments between the two. So, right. So, number 4, partners. Am I right? Barton diffuses the situation after Eleanor and Duquesne recognize him as an adventurer. Eleanor asks him to keep Bishop out of his investigation and later contacts an unknown person to inform them of the situation. With the help of his wife Laura, Barton discovers that Duquesne is the CEO of Sloan Limited, a shell corporation that launders money for the tracksuit mafia. While Bishop deduces that Barton was Ronan. Barton locates Kazi and asks him to talk Lopez out of her vendetta against Ronan, while Kate enlists the LARPers in retrieving the arrows. Afterwards, Laura informs Barton that the watch stolen by the tracksuit mafia is sending out tracking signals from an apartment building. Barton and Bishop go to retrieve it and find out that the watch is located in Lopez's apartment, where she also keeps notes on Barton and his family. Lopez appears and attacks Bishop, while Barton is attacked by a masked assassin. A fight ensues between Barton and Bishop, Lopez, and the assassin. Bishop injures Lopez, forcing her to retreat, while Barton unmasks his assailant, who is revealed to be Yelena Belova before she escapes. Barton decides that he can't keep putting Bishop in danger and breaks off their partners. Okay, since you already said that you had an issue with this one, what is your issue?
The fact that they brought up the LARPing thing again and didn't take it any further.
What, did you want her to do the same thing that he had to go through?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It felt like a giant disservice that it didn't happen again.
I don't know.
Sure,
I feel
we'll
like
help you.
I feel like retreading that same ground twice in the same series, especially so close to each other, may have been a little. maybe a little iffy. Um,
You
it
probably have a
wasn't.
point.
There wasn't really any one thing that stood out from this episode for me, except for obviously the fight at the end with Yelena Belova.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, this episode is kind of, especially as far as this series is concerned so far, this was pretty run of the mill for me. It was good. It's not like I hated it or anything, but it's not top of the list for me for the episode so far. So, what about you?
It's a 4, maybe a 4.25.
4.
I actually like this one a little bit more than the third one.
Okay, that's fair. I'd probably stick with I don't know. I'll go with like a 3.8, 3.75 somewhere. It was pretty good. Like I said, it's not the best out of the episodes for me, and it's not because it's a bad episode. It's just because the other ones have been they've been on point so far with this series. I don't think either of us have really had any complaints about real complaints about this series so far, which is I don't think that we didn't have any issues with Loki. I know we had a couple with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, with some of the characters in there. I know you had some with WandaVision. I think I had a couple too, but ours were a little different. Both of us had major issues with What If. So, yeah, I think this has been the most one of the solider series that they've come out with so far.
Were you not as excited to see everything get tied together pretty well in this episode? It doesn't sound like you were. I mean, we get the
Yelena Belova.
We get Yelena in. We have a little bit more information as far as the background workings of Clint and his wife's relationship. Like, she clearly knows things, and
well, she knows everything.
Well, but you're led on to believe that she's actually pretty investigative. Like, she can find out things about people that you wouldn't think that she has access to.
I have a feeling that, I mean, we obviously don't know much about her, but I feel like she was at one point the same thing that Hawkeye was in like the original Avengers movie. He was like part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything like that. So
she's got
connections. She may have
connections
been like that at one point.
to something.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we just don't know yet. I just felt like it tied a lot of things together a little bit, and maybe I
think the whole Yelena Belova thing is cool, but I'm more interested to see where it goes, because all we got is she's here. We obviously know that she blames him for his death, or for Natasha's death.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see where it goes from there, and less interested because it's happening. I already knew it was going to happen. There was no way that it didn't.
Based off the end credit scene for Black Widow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just interested to see where they go with the series moving forward. Because, like I said, they've been doing a pretty good job with it so far.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
Okay, so let's move on to our final segment of the episode. We've got our trailers here. Obviously, if you haven't listened to or watched this segment before, I'll do a quick rundown of how it goes. We're going to watch the trailer. We are going to, and then we're going to give a rating based off of what we think about the trailer. We're going to either say that we'd go see it in the theaters, whether we'd wait for a rental, wait for a review, or whether we wouldn't see it at all. If we say that we wouldn't see it at all, you know that it's probably a bad trailer, because there haven't been very many movies that we have said that we wouldn't go see. Like, flat out. So, anyway, first one up, we've got a trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
You got a minute?
Oh! What? Whoa, Gwen? How did you get... How have you been? It's a long story.
Is this the room you grew up in?
It is, but my dorm room is very adult.
Right. No, of course.
Hey, are these your drawings?
What? No,
Oh,
no.
they're good. I missed you too.
Okay, so what are you doing here? I thought I'd never see you again.
Want to get out of here?
I'm grounded.
Bummer.
What?
Is Spider-Man grounded?
I
Okay, well, I think I can pretty well say that I would go see that in the theaters.
I don't know, Ben.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you like the first one?
Yes. Okay, so 2 very important things.
Okay.
1, don't know where this is going yet. Not enough information in the trailer.
Sure.
It's a fair argument that we've made about other things. Given what it is, we have a pretty good idea. It should be good. But based off this, I don't know. If I was to base it off the first one, yes, go see it in the movies, 100% sure. Not sure exactly what this is going to be. Number 2, and my biggest complaint, and I really hope it's just because we were multi-dimensional jumping here, I cannot stand the cartoon, basically looks like Chalk Zone drawing of this entire world. Like, Chalk Zone looked better than this, and this is a cartoon from like the late 90s, early 2000s, or whenever it was. Like, this is ugly. I'm sorry. I know somebody's heart and soul went into this, but if this is any substantial part of the movie, no. I can't. It just looks too bad. It's horrendous.
I would have to agree to disagree, because I think that the art style, I don't think it's as polished as the original one is yet. But, I mean, you got what, like 8 months, 10 months at this point for the movie to come out. So I think there's plenty of time to wait on that.
I'm not talking
I thought
about
it
the
looked pretty
first
good.
half. I'm talking about specifically
Yeah.
to like 145, 150.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You think this looks good?
Yeah.
Absolutely not, Ben. Absolutely not.
Well, like I said, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
This is ugly.
All right. Next trailer is for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh boy.
So won't have to redo the VFX on this one.
Quick stretch, little snack, and here we go.
Sonic, I love that you want to help make a difference.
Mind if I drive?
But you're being reckless.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Pretending to be Batman.
Blue Justice, trademark pending.
You're still just a kid.
Woohoo!
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps. Wait a second, did you steal that from Oprah?
Since I've been gone, I've discovered the source of ultimate power.
That sounds big. It's been on my vision board for years.
Hope I'm not too late.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Tails.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea. Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
Where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles.
Okay. I must say, I actually really liked the first movie, so I'm very excited for this one.
I
I'd
never
go
went
this
to
in the
see it.
theaters.
I never saw it.
I know they had it on Hulu at one point. I don't know where they've got it now. They might still have it on Hulu.
I'm gonna have to look for it.
Let me see. Hold on.
Because I did make the promise that if they fix Sonic, I'd have to support it and watch it. And they did rectify that god-awful situation. I'm glad that we don't have to suffer through that nonsense again. That was just stupid. So I'm glad they
still
fixed
have it on Hulu.
If they follow through with this trailer, this is going to be a hoot.
Oh, yeah.
I particularly love the part where Knuckles gets introduced, and I'm like, who said I needed your powers? It's like, burn. Such a burn.
Jim Carrey in the first one, and it looks like in this one, it's just, he is perfect as Dr. Eggman. He's the perfect mix of just crazy and just a little bit believable that Jim Carrey is able to bring. It's so perfect.
Yeah, he does a good job with his zany characters.
Mm-hmm. All right, next trailer is for The Matrix Resurrections. It's actually going to be trailer number 2.
We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
But this is the moment for you to show us what is real. I remember this.
So deja vu. And yet it's obviously all wrong. Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
They taught you good. Made you believe their world was all you deserved. But some part of you knew that was a lie. Some part of you remembered what was real.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise. War.
This one's just going to have to be one where I wait for a review. I just don't have any connection to the Matrix movies enough to be like, yeah, I want to go see this right now.
I have the opposite problem. I feel like it's going to be too much like it, and I've already heard not about the first one, but I couldn't watch the first one anyways because it bored me to tears, which is not a good thing. I'm just afraid it's going to be so bad, like what the second and third one supposedly ended up being. Because again, we have no connection to it. We've never seen it. I have the opposite feeling. It's because we know about the first, where was it, the trilogy? Did they make 3 or did they end up making more? I think it was just 3, right?
It was the trilogy, yeah.
Okay. It's the negative connotation associated with the first trilogy that makes me think, yeah, no, I don't want to watch this. It looks darn good. I don't know. Called it something else, and I had no idea it was supposed to be about the Matrix, and my internal clock might be saying something different.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Next, we've got Operation Fortune. Ruse de Guerre. I don't know how to pronounce that.
As a private contractor, you're possessing a unique set of skills. What's that? Power up. You said it was clear.
I said the front was clear.
Front, back, right, wrong. Anyway, shall we? So what we got? Something rather nasty has been stolen. We have to stop that getting onto the open market. Who's the buyer? Greg Simmons, a billionaire arms dealer.
Oh, a lot of very serious faces up here, aren't there?
You can't catch this fish with conventional lures. I'm sorry? The lure being? Danny Francesco. The movie star. Greg Simmons' favorite movie star.
And how do we get him?
Blackmail. Who's to care? Very good. Carry on. The world needs you for your greatest role yet. Who are you? I'm your new manager. There's a sensitive and awkward situation between you and your sister-in-law.
I actually love my sister-in-law.
It's Danny.
This looks like just a fun Jason Statham action movie, and it's got Aubrey Plaza.
And it's got
so,
Aubrey Plaza.
That's right. I think we'd go see this in the theaters if it was you and me.
Oh yeah, we'd 100% go see this. 100%, hands down. Okay, so Ruse de Guerre, they pronounced it for us. Thank you. Basically, a loose translation of Rules of War.
Okay.
Deception.
Ruse de Guerre.
Things like that.
I gotcha.
So,
okay.
Makes perfect sense. Now that I understand the title and I've seen this trailer, I am 100%. I would go see this in the theaters. Looks fun. I like it.
All right. Our final trailer is a little bit of a departure for the formula, but whatever. We're still going to watch it. It's for Star Wars Eclipse.
What do you mean departure from what we normally do? We watch video game trailers all the
Departure
time.
from the formula. We can't rate it.
Oh, so we'll play it. Maybe.
I guess this is just one that we're going to have to wait on because it was just a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
So.
Told you nothing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I guess we'll wait for a review on this for now.
For now.
Have to wait and see how this progresses as it goes on.
Look good, but considering that was cinematic trailer, you can't base that on anything. So that was a giant waste of time.
You're welcome. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Be sure to, leave a rating and a review on whatever podcasting platform you happen to be listening on. If you're on YouTube, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And, if you want to talk to us about anything we talked about on the show, then hit us up on Twitter at podcastperiod. And, talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidges. That's Ben Plays, VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Car6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on this episode, you can hit the show up at Podcast Period on Twitter, or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. That's all for this episode. We'll see you next time.